Greetings and salutations. This is ConmanXful, and I'm here joined today with DutchWolf666. Please say hello.
Please say hello. Hi. Oh.
Okay then. And a few things before we actually get into this discussion video. Whereas please disregard any sort of background noise. I'm currently using an open mic in a semi-crowded room. Because I need to do cable running and all that type of thing, so please disregard any background noise. And you'll notice I'm currently playing Skyrim with a very interesting character on my screen. Yeah.
Is it a half-naked woman?
No, not yet.
That's the only mods I've really seen for Skyrim. Naked women, half-naked women, slutty combat gear. That's the only mod I've really seen.
Well, I have now switched the sex to female, so yeah, and no, this discussion is not on Skyrim and whatnot. It's actually roleplay games versus, just games. And the main comparison I'm using here, sadly I can't record, is the SAMP NG server, which DutchWolf will explain. And the game APB Reloaded, done by Reloaded Softworks and Game Softonic. I need to check that kind of shit up, but whatever. Those two. And I'll let DutchWolf go on with the explanation while I create character, because I've just been sitting here waffling.
Fuck. Excuse me, I've just been tried to be fucking pulled over. Fuck off! I've got a truck, you're walking. Oh, he's shooting me now. How annoyed. He's totaled my car. Fuck him! I'm gonna shoot him. Right. Right,
Great start.
Yeah, that's sort of a good start on this game. It's... Basically, it is GTA San Andreas with the roleplay mod. A lot of you probably heard about it. It's really fucking popular because it was the first GTA with any roleplay multiplayer. And it's on a roleplay server. More specifically, next generation roleplay, the most popular currently in the 0.Z build, and they're currently working on a massive update. So I'm excited for that. Well, the basic gist of it, I'll try to make a basic gist because there isn't, but it's really everything is done by players, and I mean everything. The police are players, the EMS, the emergency service are players, all the other pedestrians are players. You have to there are strict rules on the server that you need to abide, because otherwise you'll get banned or kicked. Usually banned, usually kicked actually. Banned is only when you've had a few warnings. It's really strange. It can be really fun if you like roleplay. It can be really annoying if you don't. It's to get money, you do jobs. Those jobs take a shit ton of time. I've tried to play it with Conman here, and he just, after a few hours, he was just like, well, fuck this, I'm not gonna do this for hours on end. Weren't you now?
Yeah, pretty much. To give you some of my experience, we got into the game. DutchWolf had to leave for a little while to help with people, and I got lost. First off, I was wondering. I got lost when he got back in. Then we proceeded to sell people body armor. That was okay. Very difficult because most people already have body armor, and 90% of people don't want to buy anyway because they're there to sell shit.
Yeah.
And then we spent 2 to 3 hours just riding a bike back and forth between the same location.
Well, with my skilled hands, I know a few tricks to make the bike go faster. Sanchez, if you don't play GTA, that's the MX bike. Basically, it's running back and forth to get materials for guns. And those materials are really expensive. Like, gun dealers will pay massive amounts for them, so they don't have to go run for hours on end themselves. They can just continue selling stuff, you know? Well, in my case, I can do it in about 1 hour. I get 10k and then an 80k profit. We were with two, so it took about an hour to get 10k with the two of us, which is extraordinary because it should take less, but apparently it takes the same amount of time. But yeah, it can be. That's one of the reasons it can be really fucking boring because it's an hour to get money, and once you get that money, you probably got about a fraction of what you thought you were gonna get. Because most servers in GTA SAMP are stunt servers, and when you kill someone, you get 4k. When you kill someone here on site without roleplay, you get a ban.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, it's pretty much. It's different from most games in a lot of ways, and I like it because it's roleplay, and I like roleplay.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't like it because they don't like roleplay.
Yeah, and with that in mind, that's where I come in with APB Reloaded, if you remember that at this point. Anyway, and the thing about that is, it's a cops versus criminals sort of thing. If you don't play APB Reloaded, the basic gist of it is civilians are granted special permits and they become police. They can kill criminals, they can stun them, arrest them. They basically become a cop, and criminals can just do whatever the fuck they like. And I can see a great opportunity for roleplay in there, but roleplay never happens in APB because you've just got like one or two servers in a continent, and no one role plays on them because it's so intense action. You really should go and look it up. I'll put some videos in description and whatnot of the kind of intense situations that you get into. And me personally, I can see great opportunity for roleplay in there, but no one ever does.
No, I had an AK.
But then you get the converse, which is the NG server of SAMP, and that's all roleplay, no gameplay, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's where this is one of those cases where it does really get better later. Problem is, it takes about the leveling system is you buy levels. Level 1 is 50k, but it's also 8 hours of gameplay. To get to level 2, the standard level, you have to play 8 hours on end. It took me. I've played about a week now, and I am level. Let's see, level 5 at the moment. It just takes a whole lot of fuck time, and once you get to level about 4, you can get into families and gangs, and that's where you get fights and roleplay fights and stuff. Or when you're level 5, you can join the police, which is basically all roleplay all the time with action in between, because you have to arrest people and stuff. But yeah, in converse to APB, this is not. You don't press a button and you go to a mission where you can shoot people. You just basically drive around getting money. If you get roleplayly assaulted, you roleplayly kill them back. If you get DM'd, then your DMer will get fucked over because that's illegal on that server. You're not allowed to deathmatch. And well, it is gameplay. It's just not very gameplay doesn't come very soon.
Or often.
Or, well, that depends. It depends on how you play. I've just been grinding for a week and getting money. If you go around to people and ask them for stuff, like, I'm new in town, blah 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 blah, then you will get plenty of roleplay and gameplay, but most of the gameplay is roleplay, and if you don't like roleplay in an action game, then it's not really gonna work.
The thing is, I could deal with that kind of attitude towards the game, but the problem comes in that it's so slow to get going. I mean, you know me, I play World of Warcraft, so I play World of Warcraft, I play Defiance, I play APB. It's a real slow start in all of those, but for me, SAMP is like that times 20,000, okay? It's just too slow for me.
Yeah, it's just... And I told you when we were gonna play that it's very long-term based. It's very based on later you'll get better. Later you can join a gang. Later you can become leader of something. You can buy a business. Blah 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 blah. But you need to grind for money and level. And when I say what I thought would happen when I said grind, you thought World of Warcraft grind, but this is really just grinding for money and levels, and it's just excruciating if you don't like that. I like it because it's fulfilling because, well, it's more realistic that you don't kill someone and get money, and I like realistic roleplay. GTA San Andreas is not the best game for realistic roleplay, mind you, but it does the job pretty well. Like, you can get speeding tickets, for instance, which are pretty bastardly, but they're not around every corner, so it is kind of it isn't like extreme roleplay where you have to stop for red lights. I mean, the police ignore you if you do that.
Yeah, it's good roleplay up. It's got roleplay up the wazoo and whatnot, but it's just one of those games that if you can't get into the slow start, you're not going to get into the later levels, I think. Because as I say, it's one of those things that you either like or you don't like. APB is extraordinarily frustrating because its matchmaking system is just completely fucked.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember a few times where we were with 2 bronze, when we were both silver, and we were against three golds, and that was apparently good matchmaking.
Yeah, because the way the matchmaking works, it works off a threat level, which is account bound based on the character's kill to death ratio and win-loss ratio. So in that case, just to clarify, gold players, which is the highest, cannot join bronze or green servers, which is the lower spectrum of skill. Green players are your worst players. They're just bad. They're newbies. They're bad. It just all doesn't work right for them. Bronzes are the next step. Then it's silver and gold. But you now get the cases where, because you can de-threat via losing and all that sort of thing, and you still get a small reward for it, you have gold players de-threating themselves to play on the bronze and the bronze servers, because everyone plays on the bronze servers because it's got a good mix of easy players, hard players here, there. Silver servers, a lot of golds still play on silver servers because just no one plays on gold servers. And that saturates the silver servers with almost unkillable players, and that just takes all fun out of the game, because
it's just fucking. We were just getting killed all the time. We weren't landing a single kill against those guys. They had. I mean, I remember that I said once that I liked that they balanced it a bit, and then a day later I was like, well, fuck this. They paid $5 and they got a gun that basically is a machine gun, an assault rifle, with all the benefits and none of the drawbacks of both. What?
Yeah, I was lucky enough that I could play with one such gun by the name of the ATAC 424 Patroller, and that was actually the gun that I managed to get gold with. Now, bear in mind, on any server, I play at around 200 to 300 ms latency constant. And that puts me at an actual major disadvantage to most other players on the server. And it was only with that gun that I actually managed to get gold. So I had to go and play on the silver servers. Now, as I said, those guys are almost practically unkillable. That really actually hurt me quite a bit, because I was just constantly losing. I couldn't do anything. So whenever I could, I went back to play on the bronze servers. But with that weapon, I kept getting gold, so I had to back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because with my latency, I'm just at too much of a setback to actually do something against someone with 4 ping and is gold and still plays on the silver servers. I just can't do it. It's just not feasible for me at this point.
It was a little ridiculous. It was, I mean, usually I had like about 4 to 14 ms, so I had an okay ping, but I was just getting annoyed. I was a shotgunner and I was just running up to people, charging at them and shooting them. That usually worked, but I just went into, there was a woman with a sniper rifle that was just shooting me constantly on close range. I don't know if she was hacking or aimbotting, but I was fucking annoyed. Because it should be the other way around. I have the shotgun woman. You're good at long range. She killed me in long and close range.
That can happen with relatively skilled players, but it is few and far between, I am happy to say. But there are weapons that give you the benefits of a sniper rifle, but none of the mobility loss, which does dampen things a little bit. And I'm just going to let Dutch Wolf give us a bit of his pros and cons, because I've given a lot of mine on the roleplay SAMP type thing to the non-roleplay action APB. His pros and cons. Well, I sort out my mods for here.
Well, in my opinion, one of the biggest pro of GTA SAMP is that literally everything is done by players. None of it is NPC. All the pedestrians, there are no pedestrians. All the people are like cars. They're all driving around and doing stuff. You have to roleplay. You have to be like this person in a game. You can't just get around, make money, and you're just not gonna have fun if you don't roleplay. You have to roleplay, and you have to, because otherwise the server will go, no, fuck you, kick. And one of the biggest cons of this game is that it's very extremely long-term based on results. You can have gameplay can be fun if you like, if you can enjoy grinding and getting money and getting vehicles, la la la. Now I'm in a motorcycle club and things are really starting to kick off. I'm having daily roleplay. I'm having people come up to me, read my sweater and say, hey, you're part of the MMC, and that kind of stuff. But that takes, I've been playing no life for a week because I've had a few weeks off because summer, and I've been playing about half a week on this character and half a week on my other character, and I've just gotten to some results in a week.
Wow.
And that was about 80 hours of gameplay. And well, it can be very annoying to be, everything is dependent on other players, and there can also be a drawback. There can be, what I'm doing for instance now is shipment contractor. I drive cars, trucks back and forth, so I get money. Police can stop me if I have illegal goods. They can arrest me for it, and hijackers will just come over me and say pull over the car, give me 10k of money, thank you, bye bye. And now the pros and cons of APB in my opinion are, from a role player's perspective, there is absolutely almost no roleplay. There's basically no roleplay to be had. It's too action packed. You cannot shoot people if you want them. You have to be in a mission with them. On GTA San Andreas, someone can come up to you, rob you, and shoot you roleplayly, but you can't do that in APB. In APB you have to be in a mission. Now the pro of APB is that you can have a mission whenever you want. You can shoot people, have action, gameplay whenever you want. You can't do that on next generation because then you'll be kicked. And well, the biggest drawback is the matchmaking, but that was already explained, and that's not relevant to the roleplay, I feel. And other than that, I like I just like role playing, and I think that a lot of games could learn from that, because I've played small, very small indie games with not more than about 1,000 people who play it, and those have been some of the best experience in my life, because it's just easy. It's easy to role play, and it's easy to just have fun situations, and that's hard for me. And I mean, it can be action packed and everything, and it can be very actiony and shooty and fun, but that's a different kind of fun than roleplay fun. Roleplay fun is just character development, having a story, having all that stuff. It's the same reason why people play, Dungeons and Dragons instead of Monopoly, for instance. And well, as of late, roleplay games, I like Dark Souls because it's fucking difficult, but other than that, it's not really roleplay anymore, in my opinion. And that's what I think should be changed a little. Skyrim, for instance, isn't a whole lot of roleplay. Of course, MP roleplay is very different to single-player roleplay, but single-player roleplay used to be a very big thing. I mean, I've played Morrowind, and that was very, very hard. That was a very difficult game, but you wouldn't have a very good experience if you didn't single-player roleplay, if you didn't think as your character. And I can't really do that in Skyrim. I don't know why. It's just too much of... I don't know. I just can't do that in modern games anymore. Out the way.
I think it's more because modern games like Skyrim and all the single-player ones concentrate more on the gameplay aspect and less of the character, because I actually have a mod installed called Requiem, and the viewers are seeing that I can modify my difficulty, I can modify the damage I take, the damage I do, I can do all that sort of thing, so I can define what my character is capable of, which is actually a fact I quite love, because then I can say, okay, my character is this burly, big, beastie type guy, and he can take on almost any other type of man, or just man and stuff. And Requiem also removes the sort of level aspect. So I'm now going into my skills at the moment. I start off with 3 perk points, which I can put into anything. If I don't have any perk points in anything, I'm basically useless. If I wear heavy armor, it's going to drain my stamina by me just wearing it, and all that sort of thing. So this mod really does work on more of the character than the actual gameplay.
All going tunnels.
Like, this doesn't even tell me for the one-handed weapon, your improved fighting techniques increased your damage dealt with one-handed weapons. So it tells me I do more damage with one-handed weapons, but it doesn't tell me how much. It gives me information that I need to make a decision, but it doesn't give me enough that I can say, okay, this is a better choice and whatnot. This character is going to be an archer mage at this point in time, so I'm not going to take any armor. I'm going to take archery and destruction, and this is another perk, I'll explain it later. And yeah, this mod has actually made it so that I concentrate more on the character and think as my character. For example, I have to think, okay, this person has some nice armor. Do I want it? If the answer was yes, I would say, do I want to fight them? Because if I attack her, that person's going to probably attack me, that person's going to attack me, that person's going to attack me. So do I really want to fight this person with nothing more than a few spells and a mace? Probably not at this point.
Yeah, but my problem with that kind of stuff, it's just Skyrim is very... First of all, it was fucking ridiculously easy, but that's another video, I feel.
At this point, yes.
It was just a bit too like the story, for instance, you're this great hero of the land and blah 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 blah. You are not this adventurer that was going in to save the save the what's it called, save a continent because you have to investigate. No, you're the legendary dragonborn and you can go kill dragons with shouting and you can have beards and blah blah blah. It was just this too stereotypical you're the hero roleplay, but okay.
Yeah, and
It's just what I most like about GTA SAMP, other than the combat. The combat is purely skill. The levels don't increase what you get through stats or anything. All the stats you have, like in San Andreas, stamina and all that. They try to do that. It's all full. Everything is full on everyone, so that's not gonna be a kind of factor at all. What kind of weapons might be, but that's roleplay because you have to buy them, and illegal weapons might get you arrested. But other than that, it's just skill, and I find very little games that do that just don't make levels, just make skill. And that's one of the reasons why I also love text roleplay, and another small game I play, which I don't think is gonna fit in the video, but it's basically, it doesn't have a combat system at all. You are forced to roleplay fighting, and that's the pinnacle of skill roleplay, of skill fighting, because you have to type out everything your character does. And that's what I like. It's not for skill, it's not hitting buttons, it's just it's skill as in roleplay it. Type in what you do. And that's to a certain degree on NGRP that's the case. Like if someone pulls out a gun, you can roleplay pulling out a gun on him. But as soon as combat starts, then roleplay ends and combat begins. That's, I suppose, one of the drawbacks I have, because I suck at the combat. I really suck at the combat.
I know how much he sucks at the combat.
Yes, I've tried TDM servers and it's just I just fuck up. I'm really bad. But well, what you said about like it doesn't make a whole lot of difference for me. It would, because it's still gameplay modifiers, and you can in NGRP you can have gameplay modifiers, but they're not so much gameplay modifiers as they are roleplay situations, which you or one of the other people can create. It's it's really hard to explain. I just prefer roleplay over you are a lot of NPCs telling me you are the hero. I mean, if in a roleplay game people would tell me, like Issei online people would tell me I'm the hero, I could go, well, really? Well, that's cool. And in Skyrim, I'm just like, yeah, I'm the hero. Give me the fucking sword already. Or axe in this case, because I was with the companions, because they were annoying. And werewolves, and I like werewolves.
Yeah, no, just to explain what happened with me just now is, the viewers might have seen me running from a spider, a very large one at that. And then they saw why, because it freaking one-shotted me. Now, I do have a mod that prevents my immediate death and allows me to go into a sort of yield state. And the spider didn't accept that, chomped me again, and I'm still alive, but I'm now very hurt, and if I die again, I will actually be dead. I'll actually be dead. And I don't want that at this point, so I'm currently running into solitude.
Fucking hell.
And yeah,
fuck you, ambulance. I hate you.
All this discussion really is about truly is, sorry guys, my bad, would you as a player sacrifice the gameplay for roleplay? And just to clarify what we are saying by that expression is, would you sacrifice the shooting lightning out of your hands, or swinging a mace or sword, for
Who gave me the bomb?
you know actual character development, what you as a character in that situation would do.
And somebody gave me the bomb, and then switched to the bomb.
In my opinion, I would, because, well, if I play an action game, I'm just doing it because I want the action. I play Dark Souls. I don't play Dark Souls to roleplay. I play Dark Souls because I think it's fun. I think, the combat feels really nice, and I like that. Just like that, those kind of action games that make it hard and all that stuff. When I play a roleplay game, I play it for roleplay. I can go on NGRP and I can go shoot people if I want to, but I don't, because I don't think that's relevant to my character. My character wouldn't do such a thing. My character right now is a trucker that's in an illegal motorcycle club, but hopes one day that he can join the police. But he wouldn't go killing people just at random or robbing people. He would need to have proper motivation, and he doesn't right now because, well, if you could see my stats, he's doing pretty well. He's got full money, full health, full armor, a spaz, and a Desert Eagle, so
Yeah.
he's doing pretty well.
But now, someone like me, on the other hand, I mean, I'm a very big fan of shooters and even roleplay games like Skyrim and whatnot, because it is very much an action game, and there's little roleplay, but what I would really enjoy is a game like APB Reloaded, in the case that we were talking about, or even Skyrim, where it manages to balance the action gameplay with the roleplay itself. Because yes, I can roleplay, oh, my character is this, that, and the next thing, but I'm still going to be looking for modifiers and stuff, and my character's not going to walk up to a steel suit of armor and say, oh, this is just better. No, my character's going to walk up to it, look at it, it's going to see it's going to have -5 less armor than the current glass armor I'm wearing. That, to me, that in a realistic sense makes little sense. But in a game like Skyrim, it makes perfect sense, because glass is better than iron.
Someone totaled my car again.
And you're very upset about that.
I'm a little annoyed because that's another 10k truck that's wrecked because people cannot drive.
Yeah, and the viewers are currently, well, if there are any female viewers, they are currently not liking the way my character is dressed.
Yeah, and I wouldn't like it either, remember?
Yes.
Fuck you.
Yes, I know, it's a female high elf in the Thalmor armor at this point, and I have a mod that makes them very skimpy.
Yeah, which would be it would work as a distract value, but if you were to try and fight with it...
+2 to initiative.
You.
Against straight men.
Yeah, but those straight men would just be looking at her tits and going, oh, look, I'm gonna hit you, ooh, tits, and then get cut down because they were looking at boobs.
Yeah, exactly, and the gay guys would recoil.
Yes, the gay guys would just go, well, girl, that's just so stupid, and then they swing their sword in a very feminine way and hit her because the distraction method isn't working.
Gay man rolls 6 on initiative.
Wait, then what happens with bisexual men? They just get confused and run away. I don't know if I like this or not.
Okay, I think we've now discussed our topic at length, and now we're just looking at stuff to talk about. But
yeah, I can draw the comparison with Farrowheart, but I don't think people have even. There's a very slight chance they've heard of GDA SAMP. I don't think anyone's ever heard of Farrowheart.
Yeah, probably not. But that does bring up an interesting point. Feral Heart is a pure roleplay game. There's no action in it whatsoever.
To explain it briefly, it's basically it's a roleplay game where you play either a wolf or well, I'll say wolf, but you can do anything.
Some form of wild
there are
animal.
There are two what's it called, stuff?
Two species.
There are two species, two models, and you can do anything you want with them. You can hold on. Someone has to repair. Someone has to repair my car.
Okay. So you're now typey and all that sort of shit.
Yes.
But yeah, I did play Feral Heart, and for talking from a gamer's perspective, that likes roleplay, but that's not the sole focus of it. And Feral Heart is basically a whole lot of typing, a few emotes, no fighting, no action. You run from place to place. It's
it's really. As said, there is no combat mechanics at all.
Yeah, just to explain quickly, I can do this in Feral Heart, and that's about it. I can't do this.
Never should have come.
And I just slapped someone, and now she's trying to kill me. Run away! Oh crap! I don't have any stamina, and now the guards are after me.
But there is in Feral Heart. There's no combat mechanics, so you have to roleplay absolutely everything. The facial emotes are usually not used because they look really stupid on the character models.
They're broken.
Yeah, but what I like about it is people come up with the weirdest things. There's about 900 people on the map currently. 900 on a single map. So that's first of all, props to someone who could get a server for that. Fucking hell. And well, you get into a group, a pack, or a pride,
Depending
whatever
on your species.
animal, whatever animal you roleplay. Usually, I do wolf or canine or something. And you get there, and you just go into a rank, and then you roleplay with the characters. You just go, you sit around, you type in how your character would react. You type in what he does. You type in how he looks, what he's thinking, and people just react to that. People will go up to. What I usually like to roleplay is a very big, mean-looking alpha-like male, and then he's just a little shy guy who can't even speak properly. I like roleplaying that, like contrast roleplay. I really like that, but it's basically just running around and roleplaying, and I like that. You can win and lose during fighting, and people will admit defeat, but it is all roleplay, and I like that. It's not no game mechanics, no fighting, no combat mechanics. It's just typing and roleplay, and I like that.
And then for me, that is actually very boring, very plain. It doesn't really have any value to me. What am I sort of working towards?
It's not really.
It's fun to socialize, but then again, I'm the person who would rather sit and play Battlefield with a bunch of friends than go to a party.
Yeah, I like going to parties, but that depends what the party is. But usually I don't like it, but I do like it. Is socializing out of character, like a little, because you talk to people in your stuff in the pack before you go in the group. Yeah, before you basically do stuff. Before you roleplay, there is OOC chatting, but it's not a whole lot. I mean, once you get to roleplay, there is no OOC chatting. There is, if in the roleplay something fun happens, like I don't know why, but a lot of characters, especially females, like my character because he's shy and cute or something. I don't understand, but
he's gay, by the way.
Yeah, but my character usually isn't. They're usually bisexual or straight and really, really, really gay looking. But
yes, but the player is gay.
Yes.
Therefore, he does not understand women. He will never understand women. Neither will any straight man ever.
Yeah, I just thought about it. Doesn't any straight man know the woman? Like, I mean, I didn't went for it. I didn't really choose it, but I mean, I was bisexual, and then I realized,
I'm
well,
going- I'm
fuck
going-
it, I don't really like women at all. So why am I bisexual? And then I was, yay, kill this person. Kill this person. Kill this
And-
person. Kill the person.
Okay, he's trying to kill someone, and I'm just wandering around because
Yay.
I am shit at this mod.
I haven't tried. I've killed him. Yay.
Okay, awesome. But yeah,
I'm in a TDM now, by the way.
I think we've run over time with this discussion, and as I said, just if you have anything to add or whatnot, just send a comment, send a message, do whatever. Just let us see your points of views as well. We know the internet's a horrible place, but seriously, I would love to hear other people's opinions on the action versus roleplay sort of thing. Do you like both? Do you like one? Do you like neither? Do you play video games? Do
because
you not?
I don't really. That's what I like to see, if there are those kind of people out there, because I haven't met a single person other than Conman that likes roleplay and action, like action games and FPSs. Usually when I roleplay with people, they go, I'm not even a gamer or something, and that's really weird. I mean, I started roleplay on games. Ferrohard is a game. It's a chat program, most would say, but it is still a game. So I don't understand how people can do that. How people can go, yeah, I really like roleplay, but then again, I also really like mindless violence.
And yeah, that's it. As I say, I think we've run plenty over time for this, so
Yes.
yeah. Please do whatever, and we'll see you next time, or I'll see you next time, and hopefully I'm actually in my room at that time so that I can do this properly and not have all the background noise.
And I will
Okay.
not be there because fuck me, I suppose. Bye.
Cheerio.